Yes, good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yes, good evening, Pranav Singh. Yes, good evening. Good evening, guys. Vasant, good evening. Prabhat, right? Good evening. Sandeep, good evening. Venkatesh, good evening, ma. Krishna Vamsi. Komala, good evening. Good evening, guys. Shiva Sai, good evening. King, I think, right? King, good evening. ONX, good evening. Vasant, good evening. Besho Yogi, right? Good evening, guys. Okay. So, Deepika, good evening. Okay. Can we? Suresh, good evening. Akhil, good evening. Priya, good evening. Kumar, Lalit Kumar. Okay. So, okay, guys, let's get started. Today, so please focus on it. Don't ask unnecessary questions, especially for online, right? So, videos, sir, this is my first session. So, how I'm going to get the last 2 days videos? I'm not going to give the answer today. If you're asking like this question, I'm not going to give the answer today, right? Today only, because this is a bit important session. So we need to focus on it. Maybe if you're new to this class also, it's not a problem. So from now onwards, don't miss. If I'm saying don't miss, means definitely you're going to miss. Huh? Right? So from now onwards, don't miss. So this is a very, very important session. As of now, we discuss only basics, just the history of operating systems, right? How to install the operating system only we discuss, right? Got it, guys? From now onwards, we are discussing today file system hierarchy. 10 to 20% Linux, it depends on file system hierarchy. So that's why. So online people, please focus on it, right? If you having any doubts in file system hierarchy, you can. About videos, about material, right? So today I'm not going to give the reply. Only today. From tomorrow onwards, well, it's not a problem, right? So let's get started. Yes, good evening, Sheikh, Asma, and what happened, guys? So let's see, guys, here. You know how to install the operating system into VMware Workstation, into virtual machine, right? It's online. 1 minute. Right, guys? So can you hear me? Am I audible? Right. So today we are going to discuss about file system hierarchy. Guys, I'm not going to start directly file system hierarchy because we have many non-IT peoples into our classroom, right? They don't know much about Linux and they don't know much about IT infrastructure and those all stuff, right? So that's why what we are doing in the sense, I'm going to compare with Windows now. You know very well about Windows operating system, right? So you people, you'll have Windows operating system into your laptop, right? Yes, no. So now I'm going to compare with Windows, then easily you are going to understand exactly what is a file system hierarchy, what is the use of that particular file system hierarchy. Got it, guys, right? So yesterday, what we did? We did installation. We completed installation, right? How to install the operating system into virtual machine, we know very well. How many of you know how to install the operating system into our physical machine? Yes, guys. How many of you know how to install the operating system into physical machine? You know, very good. Kalyan Reddy. So you know the steps how to install, right? So let's try to understand how we need to install the operating system into physical machine, right? I'm unable to install the operating system into physical machine because we are doing online and offline sessions both, right? So that's why just I'm trying to providing the steps. Okay. Okay. So what is the pre-requirements to install the operating system into our laptop, guys? For example, you have one desktop or laptop, whatever it may be. So maybe the operating system, it got corrupted into your laptop, right? So we doesn't have the operating system into our laptop, into our desktop. Then how to install the operating system into our laptop? So what kind of pre-requirements we need? Yes, guys. Yes. What we need to install the operating system into our laptop? So we require pen drive, right? So pen drive or DVD or otherwise. So maybe some different storage, CD kind of stuff we require, right? So most of the people, they're purchasing new laptops. That laptop, it doesn't have the DVD drive. Only old laptops and old desktops that having DVD. So for example, we need DVD or pen drive. Pre-requirement. Got it, guys? So we need DVD or pen drive. And we need to download ISO image, Windows ISO image. For example, assume this, we are trying to installing Windows 10 operating system into our laptop. What we need to do, we need to visit to the Microsoft website. So from Microsoft website, we need to download the Windows 10 or Windows 11 ISO image. Got it, guys? So we need to download the ISO image, Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever it may be. So with the help of this ISO image, using few third-party applications, example, Rufus, Nero Burning Room, like this applications will have, easily we can download from internet. It's not a big deal. Within a 2 minutes, we can download Rufus and Nero Burning Room like this applications. With the help of those application, we are going to create bootable pen drive with the help of some different device, with the help of some different laptop. I hope you got it, guys, right? So what we need pen drive or DVD. Then we need to download the .iso image. It may be Windows 10, it may be Windows 11, according to your requirement. We need to download that ISO image from internet. With the help of that ISO image, using few third-party application called Rufus, right? We are going to create bootable pen drive. So got it, guys? We have bootable pen drive. Bootable means we are going to start the laptop with the help of that pen drive. Booting means starting. In layman language, we are going to call starting. So coming to computer language, technical language, we are going to say booting. Both are same only, right? So this is our system, PC. Okay, this is our system. We need to insert the pen drive or DVD to our system, right, guys? Then what we need to do? Reboot. So we need to reboot. So we need to connect this bootable DVD or bootable pen drive into our laptop. then we need to restart the laptop. We need to restart the laptop. So after restarting, you are going to get one option to enter into BIOS. Okay, BIOS, BIOS, basic input output system. It's a one firmware. So basic input output system, exactly what is the use of BIOS, and since it is going to check some integrity check, it will do. So got it, guys? Okay, clear. So what is ISO image? Already we discussed yesterday, right? Please focus on yesterday's video. Then you are going to understand exactly what is ISO image, right? So basic input output system, BIOS. How we are going to enter into the BIOS? With the help of few function keys. So depend on your motherboard manufacturer, depend upon your laptop brand, they are going to provide the function keys. F1 to F12 function keys will have. Depend on your motherboard manufacturer, they are going to provide the function key F1, F2, F2 for Dell to enter into the BIOS, right? So few people, they are going to provide delete key and as well as escape key also. Escape key also. With the help of those keys, we are going to enter into the BIOS. Got it, guys? So I hope you're clear. Yes, no. So with the help of those keys, we are going to enter into the BIOS. Inside the BIOS, so we have one option called boot. Inside the BIOS, so we have an option called boot. Inside the boot, we'll have few options like first boot device, second boot device, third boot device. Like this, we'll have your option. In first boot, we need to select our device. For example, pen drive or DVD. For example, I'm using pen drive to install the operating system. There we need to select first boot device as a pen drive, right? Then we need to save the settings in BIOS. So we have few settings, right? So we have few settings. We need to change the settings into BIOS. How to save? F10 to save. What you did the modification into BIOS, those settings we need to save. So F10 is option, right? Then after save and exit and reboot it. Okay, got it, guys? Clear? So after rebooting system, it will start your laptop. It is going to start with the help of pen drive. It is going to boot with the help of this pen drive. Now installation process, it will happen where it is going to install, where the operating system is going, it is going to install. Installation destination, yesterday we discussed hard disk. In our laptop, we have one storage device, secondary storage device called hard disk. So inside the hard disk, the installation process, it will happen, right? So this is hard disk. Okay. So this hard disk coming to Windows, it having one good feature, automatically it is going to assign one drive letter for this hard disk called C drive. Got it, guys? So inside the C drive, we are going to install the Windows 10 operating system. So Windows having one good feature, so it is going to assign the drive letter automatically for particular device. So now my question is, why C drive? Why not A? Why not B? Coming to Windows, we have A to Z drive letter concepts. We can assign A to Z. What about A and what about B? Very good, Mahesh. A and B, it's reserved for floppy. So we have a device called floppy in olden days, right? So usually we are going to store the data into the floppy disk, right? So we have floppy drive, A and B, it reserved for floppy. Got it, guys? A and B, it's reserved for floppy. So floppy drive. C, it's reserved for hard disk. Maybe if you're connecting pen drive, E. If you are trying to connecting DVD, F, like this, automatically it is going to assign one drive letter to the particular device. Simple, man. You need to attend the Linux offline session, right? Without knowing classroom number, can you? It's possible. Without knowing building name, without knowing classroom number, we are unable to attend the session, right? So we need to identify the classroom. So we should have the classroom number. Then only we can identify the classroom and we are going to attend the session. Like the same way here also, we are trying to installing the operating system. Where we are trying to installing the operating system into hard disk. We need to identify the hard disk. How you are going to identify the hard disk? With the help of drive letter. Windows, it having one good feature, automatically it is going to assign the drive letter. C drive, E drive, D drive, like this it is going to assign. So for example, this is C drive. So we are trying to installing the operating system into C drive. Clear, guys, right? Where we are installing the operating system? Really? Yes, guys. In C drive letter, we are installing the operating system, or otherwise we are trying to installing the operating system into hard disk. In hard disk. So Linux class, it is going to conduct into this classroom. It may be 401 or 505. It may be 504. We can change the classroom number, right? Yes, no. I hope you got it, guys. So we are not installing the operating system into C drive letter. Just C is a drive letter to identify the hard disk. We are installing the operating system into hard disk, right? So coming to Windows, reverse slash is a top level directory. This is hard disk. We are trying to installing the operating system into reverse slash. Most of the people, they don't know this. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? So this place, assume this building place 6,000 square feet, right? So in this 6,000 square feet, we'll have 4 different classrooms. Those all the 4 classrooms, it's available into same place, right? Like the same way, C drive, then we are trying to creating one more partition that is called D drive. I hope you got it, guys. So C and D, both, it's available into same hard disk. But this is a different place and this is a different place. Means this is one classroom, this is another classroom. How you are going to identify the classroom? With the help of classroom number. Where those both the classrooms where it got located into same place, into same building. So C is a one classroom, D is a another classroom. So if you try to storing the data, if you try to installing the operating system, it may be your personal data, it may be your official data, whatever it may be, we are going to store inside the reverse slash. Here also we'll have reverse slash. Here also we'll have reverse slash. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? So C and D only drive letter. Coming to Linux, we are going to call mount points. In Windows, we are going to call drive letter. Coming to Linux, we are going to call mount point. In Linux, we doesn't have the drive letter concept, remember. So, okay, in Linux operating system, whatever it may be, any version, if you go to any version, you don't have any C drive, D drive like this in Linux. So Linux having hierarchy, tree structure. I hope you got it, guys. As of now, I hope you're clear about Windows. So where we are trying to installing Windows operating system into hard disk. Hard disk means reverse slash. This is a top level directory in Windows. Got it, guys? Directory means folder. In Linux, we are going to call directory. In Windows, we are going to call folder. Both are same, only terminology is a little bit different. That's it. Got it, guys? So we are going to store the data into reverse slash. Like the same way, coming to Linux, we have forward slash. Yesterday, while we are trying to installing the operating system, at the time we did 3 partition. Did you remember? Forward slash is a mount point for root partition, like that I said. I hope you got it, guys. Forward slash. Forward slash is a top level directory. It's a parent directory for all other directories. Coming to Linux, we don't have drive letter concept. We'll have mount points. Got it, guys? Here we'll have one top level mount point that is called forward slash. So I hope you're clear. Yes, no? So let's see, guys, here. Linux having hierarchy, structure, tree structure. So like a tree having roots, stem and branches, like the same way. So this is root forward slash. It's a top level directory. Actually, it's a mount point for root partition. Means it's one kind of drive letter. Forward slash is a directory. Directory means folder. Forward slash is a folder. So we are going to create the mount point with root partition, like C drive for this partition, C drive letter for this partition, E drive letter for this partition. Like the same way, we have root partition. For root partition, mount point is a forward slash. Okay. You are going to understand while we are discussing about disk management concepts at the time very clearly. At present, remember, forward slash is a top level directory. Okay. Top level directory. It's a parent directory for all other directories. Guys, give me 1 minute. Guys, can you hear me? Am I audible? Online. Online, can you hear me, guys? Am I audible? Right. So forward slash is a top level directory. It's a parent directory for all other directories. If you want, you can make a note. If you want, you can make a note, right? So forward slash side heading, it's a top level directory. It's a parent directory for all other directories, right? For example, you need to learn few IT courses. So which place is preferable for doing IT courses, guys? Always Amirpet, right? Okay. So Amirpet is a very famous area. So most of the like IT institutions will have into Amirpet itself only. Yes, no, right? Amirpet is a top level directory. Got it, guys? Amirpet is a top level directory. In Amirpet, how many institutions will have? N number of the institutions will have. Some XYZ institution, they are going to teach Java. Some ABCD institution, they are going to teach .NET. Some different institution, they are going to teach some different courses. Yes, no? Like the same way. So forward slash is a top level directory like Amirpet. In Amirpet, we'll have the multiple institutions. Like the same way, inside the forward slash, we'll have multiple directories, means multiple folders. Yesterday we did installation. Automatically, those all the directories, it is going to extract into this forward slash. I hope you got it, guys. So inside the forward slash, we'll have multiple directories. Those all the directories, it's providing few services for us. Like ABCD institution, they're providing one service called Java. Some XYZ institution, they're providing one service called .NET. Maybe some different institution, they're providing AWS. Some different, they're providing Linux. Like the same way, inside the forward slash, we'll have multiple directories. So those directories, it's try to providing few services. Now we are going to discuss what kind of services those directories it is going to provide for us. So this is a very, very important for us. For example, if you try to installing few softwares, so by default, those all the softwares where it will store, we should know, right? With the help of this file system hierarchy, we are going to understand. So exactly in which directory, what kind of content will have, what kind of like services we are going to get. No need to bother. All the courses, it's available into Naresh IT itself only. So Mahesh is saying actually next dialogue, you know, I think he's my old student, Mahesh, right? Got it, guys? Yes, no, right? So inside the forward slash, we'll have one directory called root slash ROOT. So clear, guys? So forward slash is a top level directory. It's a parent directory for all other directories. Inside the forward slash, we'll have one child directory called slash ROOT. Slash is a top level directory. Inside the slash, we'll have child directory that is called ROOT. I hope you got it, guys. So slash ROOT is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default work environment for root user. Guys, if you want, you can make a note. So slash ROOT is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default work environment for root user. Okay. So clear? Slash ROOT is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default work environment for root user. So what is the meaning of that? Slash ROOT is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default org environment for root user, right? So forward slash is a top level directory. Inside this forward slash, it's a one tree structure, guys. So this is root. Inside the root directory, we'll have many directories. Now we are going to discuss about those all the directories. How many types of user accounts we'll have in Windows, guys? 2, right? How many types of user accounts we'll have in Windows? 2 users, right? What are they? Administrator and guest user. That's it, now. Admin and guest user. Yes, no. For example, you got a call from one organization to attend the walk-in. Okay. So you need to attend the walk-in interview, right? So what you need to attend the walk-in, guys? Minimum requirement. Resume. Don't say pant, shirt, and those kind of stuff. Okay. So resume we need, right? Yes, no, curriculum vitae we require. So how you are going to prepare the curriculum vitae, guys? Huh? Where you are going to put your skills? Yes, guys. How you are going? Word document. So first of all, we need to log in into our operating system. Yes, no. We need to switch on the laptop. So after switch oning, after a few moments, you are going to get the login screen. So you are going to use one user account to log in into your laptop. For example, I'm using admin user. I'm using admin user to log in into my laptop. So after logging into our laptop, what we need to do, we need to open Word, MS Word application. With the help of that MS Word application, we are going to prepare the resume, right? So after completing your resume, always we need to save. How you are going to save? Control S. Control S is an option to save, right? So you did everything. After some time, so you got an information you need to add. So maybe you got a new certification. So you need to add the new certification into your resume. Then how you are going to open the resume? From where you are going to open the resume? You used Control S, that's it. You didn't provide any location especially to save that particular document, right? If you didn't provide any particular location, D drive, E drive like that, by default, where it will save? Very good. Inside the documents, right? So we have documents and settings, right? Yes, no. So now I have login with admin user. Then I'm trying to creating one file. Those files by default, where it is going to store? Inside the document folder. Yes, no. Means document is a default home directory for admin user. If you're trying to creating any documents, by default, those all the documents, it is going to store into the document folder, right? Like the same way in Linux, if you are try to log in with the help of root user account, if you are try to creating, guys, coming to Linux, root user and normal user. Got it, guys? Root user and normal user. So for example, in Linux operating system, we log in with the help of root user, right? And we are try to creating few files and folders. Those all files and folders by default, it is going to store into the /root. I hope you got it, guys. So if you are try to creating files and folders with the help of root user account, those all the files and folder it is going to store inside the /root. So that's why we are calling /root is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default OK environment for root user. Got it, guys? How to log in with root user and everything I'll show you practically. Don't worry. I hope you're clear. So if you log in with root user, if you're trying to creating files and directories, those all files and directories by default it is going to store inside the /root directory. /root is a home directory for root user. It will provide the default OK environment for root user. So clear? Next directory. Like the same way, we have one more directory called /home. /home. Right? /home is a home directory for normal user. For example, yesterday we did one user called student, right? Student user, right? Student user is a normal user. Got it, guys? So how many normal user accounts we can create? Maximum 60,000 by default. If you want, it can increase. So we need to change few settings. According to those settings, we can, right? So we can create 60,000 user account by default, guys, right? So for example, student is a user. Like the same way, we'll have one more user called Raju, right? So we have one more user called Raju and we have one more user called Rani. Chunnu, Munnu, got it, guys? Raju, Rani, Chunnu, Munnu, like this few user accounts will have. So got it, guys? Now we are trying to log in with the help of student user. We are trying to creating few files and directories with the help of student user. Those files where it will store inside the home directory, right, guys? So /home is a home directory for normal user. It will provide the default OK environment for normal user, right? So now you need to get one doubt, sir, root user it having their own home. So root user, if he is try to creating the files and directories, those all the files and directories it is going to store into the /root. But we have multiple normal users, right? Student, Raju, Rani, Chunnu, Munnu, Gunnu, whatever it may be, right? So those people, if they are try to creating the files and directories, one directory is enough. For example, I'm a root user. I have purchased washing machine, television, and refrigerator, and those all stuff, home appliances, where I'm going to keep into my home itself only, not into Naresh Shetty, right? So I'm going to keep into my home itself only, right? So you peoples are normal users, right? You peoples are normal user. If they're providing only one home for you people, then what will happen? It's a bit difficult to us to find out the things. Yes, no, we have more than 100, 200 peoples in our classroom, right? So always it's difficult to us if they try to providing one place, right? Yes, no. Here /home is a home directory for normal user, like that we said, right? So actually what will happen in the sense, while you are trying to creating the user account, automatically inside the /home, one directory it will create called /student. So this is a home directory for student user. For example, assume this /home is a one colony or gated community. In that gated community, you'll have your own individual homes. /home is a gated community, for example, one colony. In that colony, so you people having homes. You peoples are normal user. So different homes. /home for student user, one directory. one folder that is called student. Slash home is a parent, slash is a parent directory, home is a child directory, student is a grandchild directory. I hope you got it, guys. Like the same way for Raju. Yes, guys. What is our home directory for Raju user? Slash home slash student or Raju? Student. राजू स्टूडेंट के घर पे क्यों जाएगा यार? राजू राजू के घर पे जाएगा ना? I hope you got it, guys. Slash home slash Raju. ऐसा नहीं जाना चाहिए, right? Please remember, okay? So let's see here. Rani's home slash Rani. Chunno slash home slash Chunno slash home slash Munno. I hope you got it, guys. So Imran slash home slash Imran. I hope you got it. Slash home is a home directory for normal user, but while you are trying to creating the normal user, inside the home directory, automatically one more directory will create for normal user. I hope you got it. So commonly all the users data, normal users data, it is going to store inside the home. So that's why we are calling slash home is a home directory for normal users. So I hope you're clear, right? Next, slash boot slash boot, B-O-O-T. Boot contain bootable files slash B-O-O-T slash B-O-O-T contain bootable files, guys. Right? Very good, Mahesh. So bootable files. Bootable files means, how many of you know about bootable files? Tell me. Yes, guys. Bootable files means sometimes in your laptop, you're going to face like this issues. Boot.img is missing. NTLDR is missing. Press any key to continue. Like this, you're going to get error. On black screen, you are going to get. You are unable to get the operating system. Why? Why, guys? Mahesh, I know already you are a old student. Okay. Yes, guys. Exactly what is a bootable file? What is the use of bootable files? Why we are going to get like this errors into our Windows operating system? Boot.img is missing. NTLDR is missing like this errors. Why? Okay, leave about bootable files, guys. Okay. So exactly what is the use of bootable files? Okay, I'll give you one small example according to that you are going to understand. For example, we are trying to traveling from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay. We are trying to traveling from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Our source location is Hyderabad. Our destination is Bangalore. Right, guys? So how you are going to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore? We need vehicles. It may be bus. It may be bike. It may be car. It may be flight. It may be train. At least one vehicle we need to travel. Don't say by walk. Okay. So clear, guys? So we need to travel with the help of few vehicles, right? So at least we require one vehicle. With the help of this vehicle, we are going to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore. I hope you got it, right? Like the same way, this is our laptop, right? So how you are going to switch on your laptop? With the help of power button. So we need to switch on the power button, right? If you switch on the power button, your laptop, it is going to start, means it is going to boot. Right, guys? Without bootable files, you are unable to reach to your operating system. Your destination is an operating system. The laptop, it should reach to the operating system. How it is going to reach to the operating system? With the help of vehicles, means bootable files. So bootable files, it will help to us to get the operating system to log in into our operating system. I hope you got it, guys. Exactly what is bootable file, right? So bootable files, it will act like as a vehicles. Clear? So coming to Linux, we have few bootloaders. We have few bootloaders in Linux according to our versions. So we'll have different types of bootloaders here. Grub 2 is the latest bootloader in RHEL 7.0 onwards. 7.0, 8.0, 9.0 having grub 2 bootloader. Grub stands for Grand, G-R-A-N-D, Grand Unified Bootloader version 2. So this is also one folder. This folder, it's available into /BOOT. I hope you got it, guys. /BOOT is a one folder. Inside this folder, we'll have grub2 folder. So we should not call folder. We need to call directory. /BOOT is a one directory. Inside this directory, we'll have one subdirectory called grub2. So grub2 contain kernel images, init RDFS images. So we discuss about kernel while we are discussing about architecture of Unix at the time. So day 2, I think, right? So we discuss about kernel, right? So those kernel images where it's available inside the grub2. Kernel images, grub configuration file, init ramfs, those all stuff it's available inside the grub2, right? So coming to old version, we'll have grub. Actually RHEL 6.0 it having grub. In old versions, very old versions will have like 5.0, 4.0, 3.0, 2.0 versions. Those versions it having LILO, Linux loader. Like RHEL 5.0 version, 4.0 version, 3.0 version, and 2.0 version it having LILO, Linux loader, right? So those all folders, guys, those all the folders, those directories is available into /BOOT. So those directories it contain kernel images, grub configuration files, right? Init RD, excuse me, guys, init ramfs images and those all stuff. I hope you got it. Yes, no. So boot contain /BOOT contain bootable files, right? So grub2 is a latest bootloader in RHEL 7, 8, and 9 versions. So it contains kernel images, init ramfs images, and grub configuration files. Clear, guys? Right. So next, etc. So next, etc. etc contain configuration files. Very good. Guys, blindly remember etc contain configuration files. Configuration files means metadata. So configuration files means, guys, okay, I'll do one thing. So I'm going to use few layman language words, related layman language words. Then only you are going to understand exactly what is configuration file. For example, we are trying to creating one user account. Student is a one user, we did. So with the help of few commands, we did one user, right? So student is a user. What kind of user it is? It's a normal user or not? Otherwise, whether it having the login shell or not? What kind of user IDs it having? Group IDs it having? I hope you got it. What kind of home directory it having? So we need to know the details about student, right? While you are trying to creating the user account, automatically user related metadata, you said properties, those all the properties it is going to store into one configuration file. We have one file called password. So inside that password file, those user related properties it is going to store. Those kind of files by default will have inside the etc. Got it, guys? And if you need one more example, so you know services, right? Web server, FTP server, DNS server, DHCP servers and those all kind of stuff, right? Remember, while you are trying to installing the any service, three things it will happen. For example, I'm trying to installing web server. Three things it will happen if you are trying to installing any service. It will create one user account related to server. It will create one home directory. It will create one configuration file. Simple. If you're deploying the web server, it's not enough. We need to configure the web server according to our requirement, right? For example, we are deploying one website. So we need to configure so and so people's only they need to access the website. Like this instructions we need to provide to the web server, right? Then how you are going to provide those instructions for web server with the help of web server related configuration file. So those kind of configuration files by default, it is going to store inside the /etc. I hope you got it, guys. /etc contain configuration files. Blindly remember it. So blindly remember etc contain configuration. Someone, if they're asking what is the use of etc, it having configuration files. So I hope you're clear, guys. etc/etc contain configuration files, right? So next. /bin contain, bin stands for binary, guys. /bin. /bin contain normal user executable commands. How many types of user accounts will have? Two types, right? Root user and normal user, right? So what is the difference between root user and normal user, guys? Huh? What is the difference between root user and normal user? Root user, it having full access. It can execute any command anywhere into our operating system. But normal user, it having limited access. It's unable to execute all the commands like root. Limited access will have a normal user. Got it, guys? Like, for example, I'm a root user for this Zoom meeting app, right? I can speak, I can share my screen. But you people, only you'll have the access to chat with us. Yes, no? Limited access. You people are normal users. You'll have the limited access. I'm a root user. I am also normal user. Okay, got it. So I have the access to speak and then I can share my screen. I hope you got it, guys, right? So bin contain normal user executable commands. Bin contain normal user executable commands, right? For example, student user executable command, Raju user, run user executable, all the commands we can find from bin. Sbin contain, very good. Sbin means super user bin. Super user means root user. If you want, you can call super user. If you want, you can call root user. If you want, you can call admin user, whatever if you want, you can call. So sbin contain root user executable commands. Got it, guys? I hope you're clear. Yes, no. /sbin. Super user bin. Super user bin. So sbin contain root user executable commands, bin contain normal user executable commands. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? What is /root? It's a home directory for root user. It will provide the default token environment for root user. What is /home? So it's a home directory for normal user. It will provide the default token environment for normal user. What is /boot? /boot contain bootable files. Example, grub2 is a latest bootloader. It contains kernel images, grub configuration files, and init ramfs images. Right? etc contain configuration file. /bin contain normal user executable commands. Sbin contain root user executable. I hope you're clear as of now. Right, guys? Next. USR. USR means user antaru meeru. So I know you people, you are going to say user. I don't know who's teaching related to USR. Really, if I'm saying USR, you people, you are going to say user. Guys, USR means Unix shareable resources, man, not user. Huh? USR means Unix shareable resources. Yes, got it. What it contain? Huh? Very good, Mahesh. I know you are my student only. Okay, my old student, right? So USR contain Unix shareable resources. Very good, Mahesh. Program files. Program files. Right, guys? Program files means, for example, in Windows, we are trying to installing few softwares. Right, guys? If you try to installing the software in Windows, by default, where it is going to store? Inside the C drive. So we'll have the program file, and so those programs files it having software, right? For example, you are trying to installing one game, guys. Unfortunately, you didn't get the shortcut on top of the desktop. Without shortcut, can we play the game? No? Super. Huh? We can, guys, we can. Without shortcut, we can. The game, it got installed, right? Huh? You are all future IT engineers. Huh? So, got it, guys. Huh? So how we are going to play the game? By default, those games kind of stuff, it is going to install inside the programs. So we need to open this PC. Inside this PC, we'll have C drive. Inside the C drive, we'll have program files. We need to open the program files. Inside the program files, we'll have game folder. So we need to open the game folder. We'll have .exe file, game.exe file. We need to double click, right? So means those games, softwares, and everything, it is going to install into the program file. Like the same way, if you try to installing anything inside your Linux operating system, few packages, for example, HTTP server, web server, FTP servers. So those kind of stuff, it is going to store inside the USR. USR, not a user. USR stands for Unix shareable resources. So we'll have program files, right? So coming to OPT. Huh? Option only, right? OPT stands for optional for USR. OPT is a directory. It's a optional for USR. So third party, very good, Mahesh. Third party program files we are going to install. For example, Ansible Tower. Not Ansible. Ansible Tower is a third party. So if you need to install Ansible Tower, we need to provide minimum 10 GB for OPT. If you want, you can try. Got it, guys. DevOps people, you know very well about Ansible Towers and those all stuff, right? So got it, guys. And as well as if you want, you can store your personal data also. Inside the OPT, if you want, you can store your personal data. USR, program files. OPT is optional for USR. Inside the OPT, we are going to store third-party program files. I hope you're clear, right? So next, dev. Dev contain development. మూడోసారి అటెండ్ అవ్వడం క్లాసు. డెవ్ కంటెంట్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అంట. డెవ్ కంటెంట్ డివైస్ ఫైల్స్. వెరీ గుడ్, కింగ్ అండ్ మహేష్. సో మహేష్, you know very well about file system hierarchy. Very good, Mahesh. I think Mahesh is an admin, I think, right? You're admin only, na Mahesh? No? Okay, actually I thought like you were. Oh, no, actually the thing is, we have one Mahesh. He's a not Mahesh Babu, man. He's a Azure admin, I think. He's also my student. Right. So dev contain device files. King also, right? He's always king, right? Okay. So dev contain device files. Device files means, yes, guys. Device files means I did AWS. Okay. AWS with whom? Dev contain device files. Device files means hard disk, pen drive, DVD, and processor, keyboard. Those all devices. In Windows, we'll have device manager, right? Yesterday, while we were installing the operating system, at the time, we check the processor codes, right? With the help of device manager, like the same way. In device manager, we can find all the devices, how many devices it got detected or not, right? Like the same way, dev contain device files, we can find whether pen drive it got detected or not. Okay. So we can find whether hard disk it got detected or not. So with the help of dev. So dev contain device files. Device files means pen drive, DVD, hard disk, keyboard, right? Mouse, those kind of devices we can find here. So I hope you're clear, guys. Yes, no, right. Next, PROC, PROC. So PROC, PROC. PROC contain background running processes like our task manager in Windows. We'll have task manager in Windows, right? So what is the use of task manager, guys? Can I change the file's location manually if I you can change it. Your own file location you can change. You are unable to change the configuration file locations, and even if you want to can change, you are going to face some issues. So by default, if you want to can change your own file location, your wish that is. If you want to can store your own files into instead of /root, you can store into proc, you can store into dev, your wish. You can create. Got it? So /proc contain background running process. Proc full form is a process. Process is a word, first 4 letters, right? So PROC. So proc contain background running processes like task manager in Windows. So in task manager, we can find the background running all the processes, right? Like the same way, what you are trying to running the processes into your operating system, we can find from proc directory. So those all virtual directories will keep on changing. Those all virtual directories, those all it is going to change. It's not a permanent, right? So got it, guys. And proc contain CPU information, memory information also. For example, someone they're asking to you, boss, what kind of like processor you are using, how much RAM you'll have into your laptop like that. So in Windows, it's not a big deal. It's very easy to get the information. So right click on top of this PC, go to properties, and then properties, we can find the processor details and RAM details, right? But coming to Linux, we don't have any this PC here. Got it, guys. So how we are going to get the CPU information and memory information sense? Inside the proc directory, we'll have few files. Files, guys. Inside that file, we'll have the processor information and memory information. Let's see here. So cat is a command. What is the use of cat command, guys? Proc CPU info. Right? Cat is a command. It will print the file output. What we have the content inside the file, it is going to print. With the help of cat command, we can print the file. So inside the proc directory, guys, please focus on it. So inside the proc directory, we'll have one file called CPU info. Inside the CPU information file, we can get the our CPU information like i3 processor, how many cores will have, right? Then i7, how many cores will have, i5, i9. So like this information we are going to get. So we have one more file called cat is a command to print the file content. Proc meminfo. Meminfo. Meminfo contain memory information. Memory means RAM, swap details, right? So we are going to get the RAM details and swap. Now what is swap? You know very well about RAM, right? Dynamic RAM. We'll have one small chip inside our laptop, inside our desktop, right? So what is swap? Swap is a virtual RAM. Swap is a virtual RAM, right? It's not a dynamic RAM. It's a virtual RAM, swap, right? So where we need to use swap partition. One small example, okay, for understanding purpose. Assume thus you have very old desktop, guys. You have very old PC, right? So the PC it having only 2 GB RAM. So with the help of 2 GB, we are unable to get the good performance. Yes, no. Always we need to increase the RAM. Then only we are going to get the performance, good performance from our PC. Yes, no. So this is a very old desktop. We don't have any other option to add one more RAM. We don't have the another slot, right? So in this cases, what we are going to do in the sense, we are going to get some space from hard disk. I have 400 GB hard disk, guys. Otherwise, I have 500 GB hard disk. Okay. I'm going to get some space from the hard disk. We are going to convert the space as a virtual RAM, that is called swap, right? If physical RAM means dynamic RAM, if it is full, the swap, it is going to provide the support to the dynamic RAM. And then we are going to get the good performance from our operating system. I hope you got it exactly what is swap, right? Swap is a virtual RAM. How much we need to provide? So coming to recommended, if you having 2 GB RAM into your laptop, better to give swap partition 2 GB or 4 GB equal to RAM or otherwise double of the RAM. Maybe if you're having 4 GB into your laptop, so 4 GB or 8 GB. If you're having 8 GB, don't give 8 GB and 16 GB. Okay, so we got a new update from 8.0 onwards. If you're having 8 GB RAM, so 4 GB is enough. Swap 4 GB is enough. If you're having 16 GB also 4 GB is enough. No need to provide 32 GB. So I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no? Not physical RAM, man. We are converting hard disk into swap. Physical RAM is a physical RAM only. Dynamic RAM is a dynamic RAM only. If the dynamic RAM, if it is full, so it having heavy workload, then swap it is going to provide the support. I hope you got it. Okay. So clear? Yes, no? About proc. So swap is a virtual RAM. How much we need to provide recommended? Equal to RAM or otherwise double of the RAM. So if you're having 8 GB, 16 GB RAM, no need to provide equal to RAM or double of the RAM. 4 GB is enough. 4 GB swap partition is enough, right? So next directory, run. This session complete होने के बाद वही करेंगे शायद, right? So run is a directory. It's a new directory. It's a new directory they introduced to us from 7.0 onwards. We doesn't have run directory in old version like 6.0, 5.0, 4.0, 3.0, 2.0 version doesn't have run. Only it's available from 7.0 onwards. In 7.0, 8.0, 9.0 having run directory. Run contain real-time data, running services, last boot information, and media. Got it, guys? Real-time data, running services, last boot information, and media. Inside the run, we'll have one more directory called media. /run/media. Run media contain removable media. Removable media means pen drive. We can connect, we can remove. Right? DVD, pocket hard disk means external hard disk. So those all it's coming under removable media. For example, you're connected pen drive into your Linux laptop. Then how you are going to open the pen drive? We don't have this PC here, right guys? So we should go to run media. Inside the run media, you can find the pen drive, DVD, and those kind of stuff. So clear guys, run contain, real-time data, running services, last put information, media. So run media contain removable media. Removable media. So what is the difference between dev and run media, guys? Dev అంటే dev, run media and run media. ఎక్కడ తీసుకెళ్తారు టేక్ అవే అంటున్నారు అవినాష్ yes dev contain device files, run media also having device files also only na. What is the difference between dev and run media? Pen drive also in one kind of device only, right? What is the difference between dev and run media, guys? What is the difference between device manager and my computer? In Windows we'll have device manager, right? And this PC also will have, right? So what is the difference between this PC and device manager? We can find the devices. For example, if you go to device manager, so we can find the hard disk. Can we store the data with the help of device manager inside the hard disk? It's possible. Can we store the data with the help of device manager? No, we can find the device, that's it. We are unable to store the data. Yes, no. So if you need to store the data into the particular device, always we need to go to the this PC. We need to open this PC. There we are going to find the pen drive and DVD and those kind of stuff. You're going to store like the same way here also. Dev contain device files. We can find whether the device had got detected or not. But coming to run media, you can store the data. You can retrieve the data from the device with the help of run media. Like this PC. So I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, guys. No. You're unable to understand that guy. అర్థం కాలేదా? అర్థం ఇట్టనాలి, అర్థమైతే అడ్డం కూపకూడదు, అర్థమైతే ఇట్టిట్టనాలి, ఇట్టిట్టనకూడదు. అర్థమవుతుందా? గైస్ కెన్ యూ హియర్ మీ? యామ్ ఐ ఆడిబుల్? లాస్ట్ రో ఆ ఏసీ వేసారు, మూల పడుకుంటున్నారు వీళ్ళు ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు. సబ్ లోగ్ సో రహే పీछे. yes guys, can you hear me? right, so slash run slash media, run media contain removable media, right? Next, where contain variable data and log files, variable data and log files. Where contain variable data. Variable data means, for example, you are trying to sending mails to someone, you are receiving mails, those all the variable data it is going to store into where. Log files means log events. So guys, this is a very, very important for real time log events. History is different, log files is different, log events is different. For example, by what time you're logging into your operating system, by what time you log out from your operating system, what kind of commands you executed, right? And so what by maybe if you did some unwanted things, everything we are going to get from log files. Everything it is going to record it into the log files. Simple man, usually while you are coming from your hometown to Hyderabad, your parents they are going to say don't do any mistake, so God he is going to each and everything he is going to record. So you are going to punish finally like that. अपने parents हम लोगों को डराते हैं ना, हम लोग वो तो नहीं सुनेंगे, that is a different story. Yes, no. So what you are doing, everything it will be recorded like that. People they are going to say, our parents, people's means. Yes, no. Like the same way, what you are doing into your operating system, everything it will recorded into your log events. So where we are going to find log events? Inside the var. Inside the var will have log directory. Inside the log directory will have few files. like secure, con, right? So messages like this files will have. So from those files, we can find, so how many people they got logged into our operating system, by what time they got logged out, what kind of commands they executed, and those all stuff. So why we need log files, guys? Because of troubleshoot. Maybe suddenly you got a downtime, right? So if you got a downtime, so you need to find, right? How you are going to find? We are also humans, right? With the help of log files, we are going to find the problem. So got it, guys? Clear? Guys, only one directory, one or two directories only. I'm going to leave you, okay? I understand your problem, right? So slash mnt, guys, slash mnt contain nothing, empty directory. Slash mnt is a empty directory to create a mount point for any partition. Got it, guys? To create a mount point, to create a mount point for any partition, right? So let's see, guys, here. Guys, this is a very, very important, guys. Please focus on it. Okay, without knowing file system hierarchy, it's a bit difficult to you people to understand remaining concepts. Clear? Assume this, we did one partition in Linux. Okay, Linux doesn't have any drive letter concept, right? So without drive letter, can we store the data? It's possible? No. We are unable to identify the partition. We can identify the partition, but we are unable to store the data. So we need drive letter, right? The slash mnt, we are going to use one kind of drive letter. Got it, guys? Slash mnt, here we'll have C drive, D drive, right? Like the same way, coming to Linux, if you did one partition, if you need to store the data inside the partition, we need to create a mount point. So in Linux, we should not call drive letter. We need to call mount point. How you are going to create the mount point? By default, with the help of slash mnt. Slash mnt is a empty directory. It's not like this. You need to use mnt. If you want, you can create your own directory also. So with the help of mkdir, you can create one empty directory. Then you can utilize that empty directory as a mount point. Don't worry, while we are discussing about disk management concept at the time, I'll show you practically, no need to bother. So remember, slash mnt is an empty directory to create a mount point for any partition. Clear? Next, slash lib. Lib contain library files, right? So slash lib contain library files. Library files means, so in Windows we'll have DLL files. So with the help of DLL files only, we can utilize the operating system. Those all the files that is going to run into the background. Like the same way, inside the Linux, we'll have lib directory. Inside the lib directory, we'll have library files. Okay, library files and shareable objects also we can get from lib. Lib contain library files. That's it. Okay. So library files means it's like DLL files in Windows. And shareable objects also we can get from library files. And then sys contain, temp contain. You know very well about temp directory. Temporary files will have, right? Temp content, TMP, contain temporary files. And we have one more directory called sys. Sys contain operating system related information. Okay, SRV. SRV contain services. Sys and SRV. Don't worry, tomorrow I'll show you practically from where we need to get those all stuff, right? Okay, right. So sys SRV. So clear. So sys contains system related information, operating system related. So SRV contains service related information. So those all about file system hierarchy. Actually, we'll have few symbolic links. I'll teach you, especially they introduced to us from RHEL 7.0 nodes. Guys, please, without Linux, it's a bit difficult to you people to crack the interview, try to understand, right? Clear. So if you're feeling bored, then tell me, we are going to make some fun and then we are going to continue. It's not a problem because Linux always is a boring, but you need to bear. That's it. Got it, guys? Without Linux, it's a bit difficult to you people to crack the interview. Remember, first round Linux only you'll have. Got it, guys? First round Linux only you'll have. And whatever if you want to can do, if you want to can do AWS, if you want to can do DevOps, if you want to can do Azure, whatever if you want to can do. Everything we are going to deploy on top of the Linux machines itself only. Please focus on it. So if you focus on it, then only you are going to learn. Got it, guys? So definitely I'll teach good. So what we'll have 19 chapters we'll have. Those all the 19 chapters, it will take 30 days time. 30 days means 1 month. Okay. Got it, guys? So please focus on it. So लाइट मत लो. So क्योंकि आप बाद में जानोगे Linux का अहमियत क्या है बोल के एक इंटरव्यू अटेंड करने के बाद में. Got it, guys? So clear. In Windows 10 operating system, we can C drive and folder called Windows. So here, all the operating system related information, it is going to share into different directories. Chandrasekhar, that is what I'm trying to explaining now. I hope you got it, Chandrasekhar. So as of now, we discuss about file system hierarchy. Those all the directories, it is going to provide some different kind of services. If you try to installing those all the softwares, it is going to store into different directories, right? Like USR, OPT, right? Kindly please complete the payment. Okay, guys, Prem is saying about payments, please. No, sir. My question is, what is Chandrasekhar? I understand. We have only one directory called Windows in Windows operating system. Like the same way, so we don't have like this directory into Linux like that you are asking. That's it, no? That is what it got split into multiple directories. अभी तक वही बोला था ना, so one by one. We don't have only one directory called Windows. You can say /. You can compare. Windows infrastructure is a different, Linux infrastructure is a different. So Windows having drive letter concept. Linux doesn't have any drive letter concept. It having file system. That is what I'm trying to explaining to you people. We have tree structure. We'll have only one directory that is /. Inside that /, we'll have everything. Operating system related data, personal data, everything will have. Right? /. Not MNT is empty directory. Na? Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. So tomorrow, so from tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start practical session. How to interact with our operating system, how to execute the commands and those all stuff. Okay. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.